Hello, everybody. This is Love from Above from your Sibling Spirit Guides. I'm Maureen, and this is my brother.
Hey, Maureen, hey, everyone. This is Brian.
Hey, Brian, we're so happy to be here. If you can believe it, on this podcast, we share daily channelings we receive from star beings, ascended masters, mythical beings who really exist, and occasionally our ancestors. And today's topic is the wisdom of being present. Trusting the future, not ruminating on the past, noticing the greater whole, and being also, we're going to talk about being in the present moment is a skill to practice. Brian, gosh, don't I know that that's true, right? You've got to practice it. You've got to practice it.
Yeah, it sounds easy, but it's easy to get distracted and focus on something in the past or something in the future or not really be present.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we know about the wisdom of being present, but again, we for this podcast, searched through our archives and came up with a number of sessions that are relevant to this topic. So the first one is from May 14th, 2024. It's from our good friends, the Watchers, who discuss new opportunities. You want to kick us off, Brian?
Sure, we are the watchers. We watch creation spurn and churn through all life forms that exist everywhere. This is an immense responsibility that we shoulder through our love for the one creator. Marvelous children, we herald the news of the new dawn that exists at this moment. We break through your meditation so that we may alert you to fabulous opportunities that exist in this one moment. Humans rarely differentiate one moment from the next in the macrocosm. It's the microcosm they complain. The coffee is cold, the weather's rainy, etc. The true opportunities come from noticing the greater whole, to be aware like a flock of birds that switches direction in a new direction that exists on this planet right now. Maureen, you feel the tremendous swelling of love that within your tiny heart. However, this is again but a fraction of the love that you can receive from the human beings and divine beings who surround you. The trick, as it were, is not as much related to the heart chakra, though that is a portion of the solution. The trick is to be present in the exact moment where you exist. For it is the now and only the now that the true appreciation for all the gifts and so that's the end of it. So yeah, I mean it's interesting. What do you make of this? It's the really being present in the moment, and I think so many people on phones and just focusing on other trivial stuff in the news or whatever have a tough time at this, and I think we all do. But what's your takeaway from this morning?
I think of that movie. What was that Disney? Was it? I don't know who made this movie. It was the Kung Fu Panda? Where I don't, it's probably not originally from Kung Fu Panda, but where it says yesterday is is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. I mean, when you think about it like this, it
Yeah.
really is a present. You know what I mean? And when you're off in the past, and Brian and I studied with Dr. Joe Dispenza, and they've done scientific studies, and whatever, the past isn't even real. Your memories are not accurate. And you see that in families. Like, I'm sure something that you remember from the past, I would have a different perspective on. And so why stay there? Why worry about the future? Today is the present, and unwrap it and enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't remember that from the Kung Fu Panda, but I like that saying. That's perfect.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up because I'm sure it's not original. I'm sure it's probably like some ancient saying, but
Right, right.
it was in Kung Fu Panda, and I was just like, whoa, whoa, I love that. But yeah, so that's the first of the messages on the gift of the present moment. The next one is from May 7th, 2026, and this is about trusting in the future. What is it like to relinquish future? Imagine when you were a little one sitting in the back seat of the car. The road was not visible beyond your parents' seat, only glimpses of the sky through the windows as you recline your head. Did you worry and fret about your destination? Did you acknowledge the processes that were involved to prepare and plan for such a journey? You know you enjoyed the ride. We ask that you assume the same position now. Trust that noise outside is beyond the pale. Nothing can harm thee. You are safely ensconced in our dearest delight. O darling children of the light, embrace the wondrous worlds before you. Embrace what you have been party to manifest in this world. Embrace the uncertainty of the present moment, yet trust that all shall be revealed. It's like a good book where the situation for the heroine seems dire. How can they escape this dreadful mess? Yet, in the end, all will suffice to end the turmoil, and the turmoil shall be resolved in ways that you could not have imagined. Did you imagine communicating with our illustrious selves? Did you imagine the state of the world as you now know it? Did you imagine that you would grow old and die? Did you imagine that those around you would praise the many blessings of your work? We round up many who can hear similar callings to your illustrious natures. We send out signals and wait for them to multiply and return. The seed shall grow, the echoes shall bounce back. The work that you have done shall only see fortuitous reward. Well, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great message. I think I love the ending, of course, but I love the analogy about the car. And as a child, just, you're not worrying about what's happening or where you're going, and you're just totally being in the present moment. So what resonates with you in this one?
Yeah, I just love the seed shall grow, the work that you've done will see fortuitous reward. And I too, I like the analogy. And Brian, I have so many dreams, and in all my dreams, like I have a lot of car dreams, and whenever I'm in the car, I'm never driving, It's like, and I feel like in this life, like it's an illusion to think that you are the captain of your ship or, the conductor of your vehicle. No, you're not. You're really not. So, and I think we talked about that in a recent podcast. So it's like, we're like a bubble in the ocean, and, you go along with the tide. Like you can't, you can't determine the course of your fate. You
Yeah,
go along with it.
right.
So, yeah, it's a good reminder.
Absolutely. So I'll go to the next one from February 12th of 2025. Being in the present moment is a skill to practice. You're most welcome and praised with your darling brother. Open the hand. An open hand is open to receive. Refrain from clenching the hand, as is often your skilled practice. Can you see that we lovingly ensure the best outcome for all who create the space in their personal lives for divine intervention? The skill of being fully present in this ever-present moment is a skill you must engage with. It's like a muscle that must be exercised, an artistic talent that must be practiced. There are no daily exceptions to this wondrous truth. Who who are we to come and lecture you on the ever-present truths of the one creator? In truth, we garner as much from this interaction as as to you and your loving brother. Our purpose is to work with others to assist in their personal development. Interesting. So I do like that, it's like a muscle that must be exercised or artistic talent that must be practiced. And that there's every day you have to focus on this. So I know we've done things in the past, like spending, at least 10 minutes in nature. But I guess, do you have some other daily practices that help you keep in the present moment?
Well, I was just talking with this about my son yesterday, and of course, and I'm sure you do the same. I meditate in the morning and before I go to bed, but the whole day is like in observing my thoughts, just observing my thoughts and redirecting my thoughts. So, because if your thought gets on a negative loop, like the key is to get it before it gets in that loop. Because once it starts going on that loop, like it's really hard to turn that ship around. And so it's just really being and gratitude helps so much. So if I watch my mind and it's starting to go on like a negative loop, then I just start, just being like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for this. And that really helps to, but it's really, it's like an all day practice, right? What about for you?
Yeah, I mean, this is similar type things. And so, yeah, the meditation, the other thing that I think helps is, maybe we have this thing from Heart Math that tries to do your coherence between your heart, in your mind. And so that's something, another practice there's an app for that, and there's doing this, Heart Math coherence. But yeah, those are things. And like you said, just being aware of things and trying to avoid the negative talk or negative thought processes, or if you do catch it and quickly try and divert to a positive one. But yeah, that's very similar.
And you know what I think of? They're saying that what I love about this one, they say this is a truth for everybody. Okay, everybody. And so the first person that pops in my mind is like the Dalai Lama, who I have so much respect for. But if you're a Catholic, it's the Pope. But does the Pope, does he stop praying? Because I'm Pope, I'm done, like I got no, I mean, and I know the Dalai Lama gets up at like, I don't even know. He gets up before the even sun rises and does hours of meditation before, most of us are out of bed. So it's a truth, if it's a truth for these esteemed religious leaders, guess what? It's a truth for us too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for really, like you said, it's really for everybody. So
Right. There's no escaping it.
yeah.
So I'll go to the next one, which is a short one from April 6, 2026, about do not ruminate on the past. We remind you of the obligation to engage with rightful discourse and forego analyzing the past. Oh, Brian, I have to tell you this I do like to analyze the past. I got to stop doing that. We forego all that has occurred and only seek to understand this present moment. Imagine one of your board games. You do not know how the other players strategize. You do your best. With the gift of hindsight, you can see clear victory. However, remember that all human vision is limited. What you did best with your present level of acumen and wisdom. We turn the tables now and wish for you to augment your mighty present. And then I said, how do I do that? Yeah, I'm up for augmenting my mighty presence. Darling one, you fail to recognize the significance of your mighty breath and your mighty being. Blow us a kiss, and we shall be enraptured within your lobbying frame. Okay, so that's interesting, right?
Yeah, I didn't get the end. Blow us a kiss and it should be enraptured within your lobbying frame. But I guess, yeah, but I mean, I do like the thing of have you ever met someone that's just so focused on something that happened in the past and it's just like eating them up, and it's like, it's, you can just see there's no good that can come from, you know, doing that. So just there's nothing you can do about it, and just let it go is all I would say, right?
Yeah. And I think for me personally, so for my listeners, our listeners, I've been traveling the world for years and I stopped traveling and, I just really don't, I don't want to like a lot of times talking to other people, like they want to talk about my travels in the past and I want to be focused on the present moment, and that was in the past. And I'm really grateful for the tremendous, immense response opportunities that I had and all the people that I met and the incredible places I got to visit. But yeah, I'm focused on the present moment. So I don't want to get stuck there too, because, there's just a lot of, I just know like there's a lot of people who just, get stuck. If it's a good thing too, get stuck in the past there. And I don't want to do that either.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah. So the closing, Brian, I'll let you close this off, is from July 30th, 2025. There's no time to wait.
Yeah, so it says, darling children, worry not, for the glory of the one radiates divine light through all beings. Oh, darling daughter, beloved son, we wish to hurry those who wait for signs of ripening in the earth. There is no time to wait, for acting is in the present moment. You know not of what we speak. Seize the day. There is no waiting. There is only seizing the day. We provide an example. If you want a new career path, the time is now to take action in that direction. This will ease much concern within your own general mindset, as once the action becomes a reality, the path forward becomes clearer. Act now, wait never. So, yeah, I love seizing the day and act. I mean, I get this. A lot of people are waiting for, oh, the right time for something or a sign or something, but it's best to take action, I would say. What do you take from this one?
Oh, I just love that. Act now, seize the day. We've heard that before, but wait never. I don't think I've ever had, I've ever heard that one before. But it's true. Like, what are you waiting for? Go out and do it now. Yeah. And again, back with my travel, like so many people I know, are like, oh, I'm going to travel when this happens or when this happens or when this happens. And, if you really want to go do something, go do it. So, because there's always a way. I mean, there's just always a way. So, but yeah, it's inspiration for us all.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, any final notes, brother?
Well, I think I just wanted to express gratitude from all the beings that, provide us this message. We're grateful for all these messages we get on a daily basis. And anything from you?
Yeah, no, we're really grateful and for them to help secure this line for us to communicate with you all. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll look forward to talking to you all next week.
Bye, everyone.